Today we're going to take a look at the new Headrush 4.1 update. There is a new convolution reverb, there are 2 new delay effects, and Headrush claims they have increased the accuracy of the amp cloning functionality. So, put on your lab coats because it's time to do science again, baby. What's up, guitar nerds? Cam here, back in the lab again, and I am excited to check out these new Headrush effects, and more importantly, I'm very excited to find out if they have actually fixed their amp cloning and brought that accuracy up to a better level. So today I think what we're going to do is I'll go ahead and I'll make some clones with the previous version of the software, and then I'll make the exact same clone with the updated version of the software. Marketing materials claim that the update increases the accuracy and consistency of edge-of-breakup and high-gain tones. So I think we'll go ahead and use this Matchless Clubman 35 right here behind me. We'll make a clone of that. We'll test it before and after. And then up above, I still have this Bad Cat Cougar, which is super high-gain amp. And we'll test edge-of-breakup with the Matchless, and we'll test the high-gain claims with that Bad Cat. And then we'll eventually look at the frequency response graphs and find out how much better it is, if it is at all. So we'll go ahead and we'll write a little song, we'll jam, we'll use the Matchless and try out the new delay and reverb effects in the context of a song. So we'll listen to that. After that, we'll kind of dive into the new reverb and delay effects and see what they're all about, just kind of show off what the options available are, because I'm pretty excited about the grain delay. I haven't played with it yet previous to shooting this video, so we're going to be learning about it together. Grain delays are super cool. I use one a lot. I use the Walrus Audio. Man, I don't even know what it's still out. Still out. I use the Etherealizer. I use the Walrus Audio Etherealizer a lot in the studio. It's got a grain delay function that's just super fun to play with. So I've got others too. And I think they're a great way to add textures to not just guitar parts, but I think they're useful for many things. So very exciting that they put a grain delay in the update, and then they have a multi-tap delay that we'll check out, and then also very exciting to me is the new convolution reverb, the C-Verb. And what that is it allows you to import your own IR reverb files. So I love that because I'm nerdy enough that I run around making reverb IRs out of all kinds of strange places, and now I can load them up into the Headrush unit. So very cool. It does come with a set of IRs for the C-Verb, but you can load in any reverb IRs you want to use. So make sure you go to sixstringlab.com and join the harmonic order. There is a free option to join for free, just so that you become part of the community and get our updates and things like that. If you join the paid version of the harmonic order, you get all of our amp clones, all of our IRs, all of our presets. You get those for free for life. And it really helps out the channel if you do that. So definitely go over to sixstringlab.com and check for those. And we'll just go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a listen to the old cloning algorithm versus the new updated, more accurate cloning algorithm. So what I've done now, Headrush claims specifically that it was more accurate and consistent for edge-of-breakup and high-gain tones. So I did two different amps. I did the matchless Clubman right at some grit. I did it with the old version and the new version, and then I did a Bad Cat amp for high gain, and I did the old version and the new version, and we'll see. First, let's just check them out. Right now, I've loaded up, you can see here, the Clubman Test 4.0. So this is the old software. That actually sounds pretty good. I will bet you that is close to 97% accuracy, but let's see. I haven't checked these out yet, by the way, really, so we're doing this together. Okay, here's the exact same setup, but cloned with the 4.1 software update. All right, I mean, besides me needing to tune this guitar, that doesn't sound good. It's not just volume either. The 4.0 clone sounded more like, I don't have the amp plugged in anymore, so we can't do a direct comparison between them, but I can tell you right now with my ears, that does not sound as close to the real amp as the 4.0 software did. We're going to get into some frequency analysis graphs and really see what's going on, but as far as edge of breakup or gritty tones, might have to try profiling that again. It could be a fluke. But let's move on to high gain real quick and see how the Bad Cat Cougar did. There's the 4. Okay, so here is the 4.0 software clone. All right, again, that's pretty good for Headrush on the first try for the 4.0 software. I'll bet that's close to 97% accuracy, honestly, just my ears right now, just a guess. Let's see how the 4.1. Now, I did do two clones back-to-back with the 4.1 software, just in case what just happened to us with the Clubman happened, whereas maybe it was a fluke. So there are two tests with 4.1. Let's check out the first one first. Okay, we're on 4.1 software. All right, that sounds like hot garbage. It's hard to describe what's wrong with that, but that is not good. Let's just try the second test. Okay. It's really hard to describe what's wrong with that, the 4.1 clones. It's almost as if it couldn't sound more digital somehow. It's just terrible. Okay. Well, let's go back to a decent clone and let's check out the new delays and the convolution reverb. And then we'll check out the actual frequency response tests of the old clones versus the new clones, and we'll see what exactly is going on. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe they are more accurate, but to my ears, both on the Clubman and the Bad Cat. So edge-of-breakup and high gain. The new, supposedly better software sounds terrible. So we'll figure it out here in a minute. But let's just check out, because I will say, as you could hear, we used in that song, in our jam, that was a fun jam. In that jam, we used all Headrush sounds. So they were the Matchless clone using the 4.0 software. So you got the Matchless Clubman 35. Some of them profiled with some pedals. We used the JHS Violet. I used a J-Rocket Archer, Voodoo Lab Sparkle Drive. So all clone sounds using the Headrush, and then all of the guitar effects were from the Headrush as well. So that whole jam was Headrush. And I really enjoyed the new convolution reverb and the new grain delay and the multi-tap delay. I thought they were great. So let's go ahead and just get a good Clubman clone in there. And then let's just play with the delays real quick, so you can see what they're about. So grain delays are really cool. It's a really fun way to get like just interesting, very ambient, crazy reverbs. Actually, here, I'll just let you hear all of these defaults. Be interesting, I suppose. Atomic. Here's beams. Very exaggerated so you could hear it, but let's check out the chimes. Who knows what this is gonna do, right? Chimes is pretty cool. So these built-ins are fun. But grain delays are really cool. It takes a sample of what you've been playing and then does all kinds of various chops and edits to it, and reverse, or lots of fun stuff. So this has every setting you could ask for in a grain delay, so you could get very intricate with these. But let's just check out the defaults. There's your detuned. Let's check dropping. And what else they got in here? Fractal might be interesting, huh? There's your fractal. Introvert. Ooh, introvert is fun and pretty. Okay, resonance. Very resonant. Let's try that again. Wow, resonance is a fun ambient one, huh? All right, let's move. Sorry for the stairway. All right, reverse. Let's see what that one does. I like the reverse a lot too. All right, so there was the grain delay. Let's go ahead and check out the multi-tap. The multi-tap is exactly what you think it is. It is a multi-tap delay. It's really not that much to go through, honestly. Let's go through the presets. Cage, we've got cage. It's cool. Pairs. Pairs is cool. Panned. Panned is cool. Reso 1K. Lost connection to our Headrush device. Let's go ahead and connect back up. Okay, Reso 1K is cool. Why are you being a dick? And we've got slapback spring triplets wide. Let's check out slapback real quick. Good old-fashioned slapback. We've got spring. Ooh, that's cool. Spring sounds great. Use that for something. Triplets. Triplets and wide. And there is your wide. So there's our delays. Both of them, great job, Headrush. Love the grain delay. The multi-tap's super cool. They even come with some cool presets. I dig that. Now, convolution reverb. Not a lot to talk about. It is a convolution reverb. You can load in your own IRs. It comes with some IRs. This is the C-Verb. And you load that up, and then it asks you, hey, where's your reverb files? And I've got some crap in it. Oh, let's do the... I made an IR of my 480L guitar plate, and I can load that up. So I love this because I love making reverb IRs because I'm a nerd and with too much free time sometimes. But this lets you make your own IR reverbs. You can load them. It does a great job. It comes with a bunch. You can find a bunch online. So possibilities are kind of endless, really. So there you go. C-Verb works exactly how you want it to. It's got a high pass, low pass, and then wet dry mixture. And the awesome upgrade to the Headrush, in my opinion. Very cool stuff. I'd use that all the time. So for those reasons, the update is great. Now let's go ahead and move on to our frequency analysis graphs and see on screen what it was we were hearing with our ears and find out what's going on with these clones. Cool. Okay, so I went ahead and did some frequency analysis on the real amplifier, so the matchless Clubman 35 versus the 4.0 cloning software and the updated, supposedly more accurate and more consistent 4.1 cloning software. So here is the matchless Clubman, the real amplifier. Here is the 4.0 clone, and here is the 4.1 clone. Same thing with the Bad Cat Cougar. Here's the real amplifier. Here is the 4.0 clone. Here is the 4.1 clone. And here is the second 4.1 clone. So as you can see, I don't know if you noticed that like I did just going through these. 4.0 is really, let's go ahead and stick these next to one another here. And let's just look at the Clubman for a second. And let's see what we can see interesting about these things. So the red is the matchless Clubman real amp. The green is the 4.1 software, and the yellow is the 4.0 software. The 4.1 has this weird low-end thing going on, almost artificial. It's close to where the real amp does it, and it follows a little more closely in the very low end. Interesting. But it does not look quite as accurate as the 4.0 in the high end and the mids, which is, as you know, it's kind of more important, right? So I don't know, a little bit of a toss up on the edge-of-breakup tone, although I think 4.0 looks more accurate. We'll of course run our script that tells us the percentage of accuracy on these as well. But so there is the Clubman. So let's get the Clubman out of here, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the Bad Cat Cougar now. Here is the real amplifier. Here is the 4.0 software clone. Honestly, looks pretty good. Looks about like Headrush usually does. I'll bet this is 96-97% accuracy, which is great for high gain with Headrush on first try. Let's see what the 4.1 Bad Cat looks like. Okay, it's got a weird dip like the Clubman did too. Different place. And the high end is better. The mids are weird, and we got this crazy dip here. And the high end just goes absolutely bonkers in the super high end. The 4.0 software has got a very controlled high end, which not Bad Cat, Headrush usually is like really close in the high end of clones. If you've seen any of my other previous videos, and I've done this a bunch, and Headrush usually in the high end is a lot closer than some other units. And they're both looking pretty good in the high mids. Got this weird dip from the 4.1, and the 4.1 just has some insanity going on in the high end. And I don't know what that's about. That's weird. But we also did a second 4.1 clone just to make sure. And it is fairly consistent with the first 4.1 clone we did. Again, crazy high end, weird dip at 70 hertz. Yeah, just some strangeness happening in the 4.1 clones. So I don't think our ears deceived us. They did sound, especially the high gain clones, sounded like hot garbage. I didn't like either of those high gain 4.1 clones. The 4.0 clone sounded way better. So now I will go ahead and run the script, and I will pop up on the screen the results of that. Okay, so I ran the script, and we will reveal the results now. I know you can't handle yourselves, you can't wait any longer. Let's start with the Bad Cat. And the Bad Cat 4.0 software, so the old software, the less accurate and less consistent software, clocked in at a 97.03% accuracy. So That's really good for Headrush. That's a very usable clone. So I'm going to go ahead and I will add this to the free Headrush Bad Cat amp pack we have on the website at sixstringlab.com. So if you've already downloaded Bad Cat clones, the Headrush Bad Cat clones, you'll probably get an email telling you there's been an update. That's how it works. So if I ever add or change any of the packs, if you've purchased them, I mean, this one's free, but if you purchased any of the amp packs from sixstringlab.com, if we ever add stuff to them or make things better, you'll automatically get a notification that there's a new download for you. So you get updates for free forever. This free pack, if you don't already have it, go to sixstringlab.com and download the Bad Cat clone pack, and I'll add this clone to it because that's a good clone. All right, 4.1. Remember, I made 2 back-to-back clones using the new 4.1 software. The first one clocks in at a 91.26% accuracy. That's terrible, and I think we could all hear it when we checked it out. That sounded like garbage sauce. The back-to-back clone, so the second 4.1 clone we did was even worse at 91.14% accuracy. So I don't know how Headrush is claiming that this new cloning software is more accurate and more consistent, because it's definitely not more accurate. It might be more consistent. It might be more consistently terrible. I don't know. It's super frustrating that they would even claim it was more accurate. You know they know it's not. And like, honestly, my ears told me this. I didn't need frequency analysis to tell me this. I could hear it as soon as I played that chord that it was garbage. Okay, anyway, enough complaining. Let's talk about the edge of breakup, the matchless. So we've got the 4.0 software, the old software, 98.42% accuracy. That is excellent, and it sounded really good. I loved it when we were jamming it there through the Headrush. It sounded really good to me. I was like, man, it's a good clone. So I'll also make that clone free, so there will be a free Clubman Headrush pack you can get at sixstringlab.com. I'll also throw in I'll do presets of the sounds, at least one. So I'll give you the amp, and then I'll do one preset of one of the guitar sounds from that song that we jammed, so you can play with that. I'll throw the plain amp preset in there, and then I'll throw in one of the pedal included profiles and preset. So there'll be, I don't know, just go check it out. You'll see what I put in there. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but there'll be some free matchless Clubman clones and presets for Headrush right now. So, and I'll put links in the description, so go check those out and download them and have fun. Now for the 4.1, the updated, more accurate, consistent software clone of the Clubman 35. It clocks in at 96.09% accuracy. So not as bad as the high gain, but certainly not an improvement over the previous cloning software. So I don't know, man. Headrush frustrates me. They're sitting on so much potential and somehow always at least frustrating me. So anyway, cool. Now we know our ears did not deceive us. The graphs tell the truth. All right, well, that is that. The new delays and the convolution reverb, big win. Great work, Headrush. The supposedly improved amp cloning with increased accuracy and consistency, huge failure. In fact, it's embarrassing for Headrush. I don't understand how they even allowed that to be released. And before you get mad that I'm taking a dump on your favorite modeler, let me just say I use my Headrush core like fairly often. It's kind of my go-to for rehearsals or jams. If I just need to grab something and go and I don't know what I'm getting into for sure. I love the Headrush just for the speed of being able to build up presets for whatever I need in a given moment. Makes it really fun for jams and more unknown rehearsals. So I get a lot of use out of it. I think they're fun. And I think the Headrush is sitting on such massive potential with the core and the prime and the flex prime, and it's just super frustrating to me that they can't just nail down the cloning technology. I mean, Not only can they not nail it down, they're going backwards now. And it just blows my mind that they even let that come out as an update. And it blows my mind even further that marketing would claim it's an improvement when it's clearly not an improvement. I would love to have more information on why they think this is an improvement. So that about wraps it up. If you're making amp clones with Headrush, do not get the 4.1 update. Hopefully they'll address this soon, or at least explain to us somewhere, somehow, why this is supposedly better. But to me, it's incredibly frustrating because I do make a lot of Headrush clones. I'm going to have to downgrade my unit, and that makes me upset because I love the grain delay and I love the flexibility of a convolution reverb. So here's to hoping for some updates. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe. Go join the harmonic order at sixstringlab.com. We've got that IR and the matchless clone and those presets up there available for free to download. So go join us, and then we'll see you next time with some more interesting stuff, hopefully. Thanks.